Hey YouTube, Dawson Rider here again with a review of the SIC Kiwami Tamashii Kamen Rider Garren from Kamen Rider Blade. So let's go ahead and jump right into this thing with the box. I really do enjoy the Kiwami Tamashii packaging, especially recently when they added the names here. Obviously, the top it says SIC Kiwami Tamashii. On the back, there's a Rouse card, which is a really nice touch. They always have something neat from the series in the back. It says Garren right here. This is what I really appreciate is each one has different writing. Sorry about the blue reflectiveness. Anyway, it says Masked Rider Garren, Bandai logo. Here's a little picture of something. I don't know if this is belt or something. I don't know actually. Part of him, I guess. There's nothing on the sides because it's clear. On the back here, it shows the figure. This is volume 15. Wow, about 15 of these little suckers already. Picture of him holding the Garren Rouser, getting cards out and then just holding it. Him being pretty badass right here. And then here's a list of all the other SIC lines. So, let's go ahead and show you what he comes with. First, well, he comes with the two fists he has on him, which are just punchy fists, and then two holding his gun hands, which are right here, and then one selecting a card hand, which I believe mine's actually kind of weird, but anyway, they're just holding his card hand. And then he comes with his Garren Rouser, which, as usual with these weapons, is really nicely detailed. Let's take a look at it. Really great sculpt and detailings on this thing. Why my hands are shaking, I'm sorry. I'm playing video games. So yeah, and then this component here, for when he has the cards out, which is also very nicely detailed. And I'll show you how to swap that out now. It's actually, I guess, sort of confusing. You're going to take this inside compartment out, like this, and it just lifts out. And there are these little, like, square, peggish things that kind of act on a sliding mechanism on both parts. And so you just slide them in, like that. There we go. So that's all ready. I'll just have them holding it like that for the review. So that's how you do that, and it's pretty solid. I actually haven't had any loose problems with it. So let's take a look at the figure himself. Let's go over the details first. Here's his face. A good, sculpt to detail. Personally, this isn't one of my favorite Kiwami designs, but he was a little bit better than I expected, I have to say, but let's get to that later. Here's his face. Nice green compound eyes, his horns. The sculpting is done well. The rest of his head. Here's his chest. Once again, this line always has excellent sculpting on a really tiny scale. Good detailings right there. His shoulder pads are really big and look really nice in detail. Look at the really nice details all around here and the nice jewel here. It looks really, really superb and I really enjoy it. Here's down his arms. Nice detailings. Both arms obviously look the same. His belt looks really good. Nice details. Here's his legs, which look really cool. It kind of looks like military badass legs, whatever, with like the straps and just the way it looks. His feet, all very nicely detailed. Ugh, butt's disgusting. Looks like an old man butt. But so yeah, very well detailed indeed, though. So articulation, he's got a 360 ball joint here. I'll note something in a second. Swiveling, he's bends at the elbow, but it's really hindered and doesn't bend that well. Actually, oh my God, something's going on Skype. I apologize about that. Twisting here. 360 head articulation. His head can go up and down, not quite as well as some other stuff, but it still does it. 360 hip rotation, or waist rotation rather. 360 ball joint here, slightly hindered by how thick this is in here. Double knee joint right here, swiveling at the foot. So very well articulated. These shoulder pads aren't on a hinge or anything, they're just kind of molded in. And so that's kind of nice, I guess, and it gives him pretty free movement around here. So let's go ahead and switch out his hands, something I really rarely show in these reviews because of laziness, and I apologize about that. Pull that out. It's done by a ball joint. Did I want him holding it in this hand? Do I? Yeah, because I'll switch this fist out first, I guess. Okay, I was trying to think what hand I want him to hold the gun with and which one he's supposed to for this pose. So they're actually pretty easy, and now it's probably going to be difficult just because I said that. I'm going to be really careful here. And no problems with looseness. I know a lot of people have sometimes had complaints about this, but I haven't had a single loose Kiwami, so I consider myself lucky. Let's see if I can get this in his hand. How the hell are you supposed to do this? Alright, hold on a sec. I gotta take this out. Because I just put... Oh my god, I'm a tard. Let's see how I can do this. It's a really odd mechanism here. I should have dry run this. I didn't think I'd have trouble with this. Oh, that's why. Okay, I apologize. For whatever reason, my fingers were still molded together here, like where it's supposed to open. they were molded together. So I'm just going to go off camera over here because I can get a better angle. So that's odd. That, yeah, it was molded together. It's not supposed to be. So anyway, let's get this baby back on here. Line everything up. Now it's going to be difficult. Come on. Come on. Why are you doing this to me? There we go. Now it's on. So now he can be all badass. And like, let's get him posed. And he can be selecting his card. So yeah, sorry about that. Difficulties. I don't even think it's all the way in. But let me pose him so he's getting a card just as best I can. I'll pose it better later, but this is just like a final pose. So yeah, that's a shitty pose. I apologize. But that's what he can do. He's pretty neat. So let's see. Final verdict on this guy. He's actually a lot better than I expected. I actually, to be perfectly honest, wasn't looking forward to him too much because I didn't like his design, and I still really don't. But he's a better figure than I thought. Whoops, the shoulder pads look pretty nice, and great articulation, and he looks good with the other blades. So, do I recommend him? You know, it's really hard not to recommend this line that often, except for actually with Blade himself, because it's so cheap. So if you're like a huge Garren fan or a huge fan of Blade and you want something to represent him and you don't want to wait for a figure out and want to spend less money, I can absolutely recommend it. It's a good figure. I just personally don't prefer the design. So if you're being choosy, then I would skip this one and get a better design one, such as Blade King or Momotaros or Hibiki. So yeah, it's a recommendation for fans of the series or completists, but otherwise he's an easy pass compared to other ones that are better. But he was quite a pleasant surprise. And you can check the pros and cons list at the bottom with the recommendation. So that's about it. So until next time, check out the website at ridersrangersrambles.com for token news in the craziest way possible, and also, you know, check out the podcast over there. So that's about it. Until next time, Dawson Rider, signing out.